Now on Coast TV News.
Parking confusion. Visitors in Lewis are frustrated as they struggle to pay the meter. We're going to show you where people are getting tripped up and a fix that could save you money and stress.
Houseboat battle, a debate in Ocean City over these structures and what it could mean for future waterfront regulations.
Safeguarding shorebirds, how you can play a role in protecting our valuable shorebirds at Cape Henlopen State Park.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Struggling to pay to park in the first town. Good evening, I'm Mallory Metzner.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with a common problem that some drivers experience when they come to Lewis.
The paid parking season in the city of Lewis began on Wednesday, and while you may think paying at the meter or through the park mobile app is simple, people in the area disagree. Live in Lewis is Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber. Elisa, you spoke with people in Lewis today who were pretty frustrated while trying to pay for their parking spot.
Mallory and Charlie, you may think finding a parking spot here in downtown Lewis is difficult, but some people I spoke with today said that actually paying for the spot at a meter like this one can be an even bigger challenge. Jane Van Remorter, who lives in Rehoboth Beach, came to Lewis to go out to lunch. Expecting to have a nice day in downtown Lewis, Van Remorter was frustrated while trying to pay to park.
I think I've been standing here for about 5 minutes.
And Rod Pask, who works at a store in downtown Lewis, says people have trouble paying for parking every year.
They're having problems either with the app or they're going and they're putting money in and winding up with a ticket.
Although Van Remorter says she is used to using meters and the Park mobile app, she says she still had trouble.
I mean, it's a bit confusing to me, and I'm used to using it, so if people are not, then I hope they have a lot of quarters.
Pask says parking assistance from the city do help people struggling, but he thinks people get impatient and don't ask for help.
People are in a hurry and they're trying to do something as quickly as they can, and they might get frustrated and walk away.
The next time you're struggling to pay for a parking spot, ask for help instead of risking getting a ticket. The Lewis Police Department says that there is a phone number on the meters that you can call if you are having trouble paying for your spot. In Lewis, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
And this is going to take us to our Coast TV poll of the night. We want to know from you, what would fix this parking meter confusion in Lewis?
Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier tonight. On the screen here, it looks like the majority, this has not changed at all. Still 94% say the instructions need to be clearer.
Now, you can go vote in this poll. It may change a little bit, although that 94% is a solid big number. You can do so at coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
Another coastal town like Lewis also has certain rules when it comes to paid parking. In Ocean City, parking is currently free at the inlet lot from Monday through Thursday. However, from Friday to Sunday, the rate is $3 per hour. This will increase to $3.50 an hour starting May 24th until September 30th. During the paid parking season, street and municipal parking also costs $3 per hour. All-season visitors can find free parking north of 11th Street and at the West Ocean City Park and Ride at Ocean Gateway.
We have breaking news tonight. Delaware State Police Department of Health and Social Services have updated its suspected case number of overdoses here in Sussex County. The department says a total of 83 suspected overdoses have happened in Sussex County between April 26th and May 3rd. There has been an increase in patients requiring intensive care and intubation due to the severity of these overdose effects. Police say drug samples tested by the Delaware National Guard revealed the presence of fentanyl and other dangerous drugs. Police urge people to avoid unknown substances and illegal drugs and seek immediate help if you're struggling with substance abuse. More news on the coast. The city of Rehoboth Beach is still considering how it can change its dining scene in the area. The city plans to redefine what it means to modify a restaurant, quote, substantially. Major changes include adjusting the restaurant's layout and seating capacity or operational areas such as kitchens and bars. That would all need to be compliant with local standards. Minor adjustments like rearranging tables, that won't be affected. This is part of the city's effort to keep the dining in the area well regulated. The city will discuss the possible changes on Monday at 9 a.m.
Another topic the city will discuss at Monday's meeting is the conversion of non-habitable basements into livable spaces. The city will hear from the Building and Licensing Department. The goal of the meeting is to fix rules that don't match and stop illegal changes to basements. The department says this would keep families with children away from unsafe living conditions. The city could also make a decision on Monday with new regulations to follow.
Also happening Monday in Lewis, the city's environmental subcommittee will meet to discuss improving protection for local wetlands. They aim to revise the wetland buffer ordinance by suggesting amendments to safeguard zones and to buffer sizes that would better regulate activities and preserve these critical ecosystems. The meeting will take place at 1 p.m.
One company is looking to expand its business on the water, but they might have sailed a little too far from shore. CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zappe shows us why the Ocean City Council may sink their idea.
Ocean City is a densely packed part of our coast. When the weather is good, there are a lot of people and a lot of cars. And a new business plan for the company Sea Rocket would add even more housing, which has Richard Kress worried about overcrowding.
Oh my God, parking. Great place for a bicycle.
Sea Rocket, who currently do speedboat rides in Ocean City, are looking to expand their business by offering housing too. They are looking to add these houseboats in downtown Ocean City on Dorchester Street, offering people an opportunity to be rocked to sleep by ripples and waves of the Assawoman Bay. I talked to one local in Ocean City who didn't want to appear on camera, but told me that he thinks it would be a cool idea to have in Ocean City and that he would definitely rent out at night. But the Ocean City Council says this can't be an option. Officials told the company that no floating structures are allowed around that area, saying, quote, Dorchester Street and the surrounding streets are in the downtown Marine District, and floating structures are not permissible pursuant to the town's code in that district. But Sea Rocket responded by saying they aren't breaking any code whatsoever, saying, quote, we believe the use of the marina slips at the former Marina Deck restaurant for the vessels is authorized by the town's zoning code. As these two sides battle back and forth, all Kress is worried about is the parking.
The density of housing, the density of transient housing in this area is huge. And so if you add to that density by putting more houses out on the water, it's just hard to imagine.
On May 6th, the Ocean City Council will be discussing the codes currently in place and what steps they should take next. I'm Kevin Zappe in Ocean City, CoastTV News.
Here are a few things to know about Delmarva, starting with Dewey Beach. Officials want to let their people know nothing can be installed in the town's right-of-way without the town's permission. This includes all types of signage, trees, bushes, flowers, any landscaping. There is one exception, and that is a U.S. mailbox.
An expungement fair is set for Georgetown. The fair is hosted by Senator Darius Brown and local legal organizations. These fairs offer free legal advice for those looking to clear their criminal records. It's important to note that not all crimes can be expunged. Organizers say spaces are limited, so pre-registration online is required. The Sussex County Fair will be held on May 20th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the First State Community Action Agency.
Former Delaware State Senator Mike Katz is running for the U.S. Senate as an independent. After serving as a Democrat from 2008 to 2012, Katz is targeting the seat of retiring Senator Tom Carper. He cites past conflicts with his own party as a reason for his independent bid. His campaign is focusing on health care, education, and economic growth. Katz is joined in that race by Democrat Lisa Blunt Rochester and Republicans Eric Hansen and Bill Taylor. We are taking a live look into Ocean City right now. A little bit gray outside, and as we check in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, I don't know that that's going to change anytime soon.
No, I don't think so. In fact, gray is the new forecast. Yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell for the next few days in a row, along with a little drizzle and some rain. Our Hershey's exterior camera in Ocean City, indicating just how gray we will stay for the day. 51 degrees actually at this present time. And we're going to stay in the low 50s for the rest of the evening time, with winds staying out of the east primarily. A small craft advisory is active for Avalon, Cornerville, Cambridge, Madison, those areas, watching out for 20-mile-per-hour winds. And we do have a newly issued coastal flood statement in tandem with what's happening with the ebb and flow, with what's happening with the, I'm having a brain fart here for a second. Tides. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, tides. Yeah, 57 is a rough year. Okay, so anyway, we're looking at some winds that are along the coastal region for us right now, watching out for 25-mile-per-hour winds. Now, we'll have tides and all that other stuff wrapped into your full forecast, and we'll talk about the storm that are on the way. But for right now, back to you, Mallory.
Thank you, Paul. Now police need your help to find 2 cars involved in a deadly hit and run on Harbison Road. According to troopers, the cars are a silver one and a white Acura MDX from around 2010 to 2013 with front end damage. They say the cars were last seen driving north on Harbison Road. The crash happened early on April 19th and killed a 28-year-old man from Seaford. If you saw anything or know something about these cars, call Delaware State Police.
Growing a greener future in Sussex County, the Office of the Marijuana Commissioner is rolling out a unique opportunity for people to join Delaware's marijuana industry after its legalization. The office is hosting a social equity workshop. That's on June 12th. It will take place at the Owens campus of Delaware Technical Community College from 3 to 5:30 p.m. The workshop is designed to guide people through the application process for a marijuana business license, and there is a special emphasis on supporting community members from disproportionately impacted areas.
We're just getting started tonight.
That is right. Lewis Elementary honoring School Lunch Hero Day will show you an initiative making nutrition education exciting and accessible for students.
And take a look at our latest on the newscast. That's on the high side, but the temperatures will dip thanks to the thick clouds and the rain that we're expecting. More on that in a moment.
First, Delmarva beaches transform into a safe haven. We'll show you how DNREC is safeguarding these precious shorebirds and how you can help. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
There are too many areas in Maryland elected officials seem to have a hard time finding. Not David Trone. His family came from Cambridge, right by the Choptank River that he used to fish in as a boy. If you're going to stand up for people who too often feel ignored and left out, you have to show up. David has. From Eastern Shore to Mountain Maryland and back, every Marylander deserves a voice, and David intends to carry yours all the way to the U.S. Senate.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
Summer is here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spike ball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Check out the all-new, fully redesigned 24 Tacoma. Or get low 3.99 APR for 72 months on a full-size hybrid Tundra.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Those glorious shorebirds have returned to Delmarva beaches, and one area of the Delaware coast is actually closed in order to protect endangered species of birds that nest here along our shores. Now, DNREC is recruiting some volunteers. They need people to monitor the beach nesting birds at this one point.
Our meteorologist Alex Seymour tells us why these volunteers are so important and how you can get in on the volunteering action.
Area closed. That is what several signs read near the point in Cape Henlopen State Park. This area of Cape Henlopen has been closed every summer season for decades to protect endangered shorebirds like this American oystercatcher who is prowling the waterline on the bay side of the point.
That's such crucial nesting habitat for a couple of bird populations that are pretty struggling.
The 3 beach nesting birds that are state endangered and call the point home for the summer season include piping plovers, American oystercatchers, and least terns. Piping plovers build nests directly on the sand and are difficult to see. Since this habitat is so critical for these endangered birds, DNR's Division of Fish and Wildlife recruits volunteers every year to monitor the fence lines to ensure this habitat is not being disturbed.
They can kind of keep an eye from the fence lines, and we show them how to identify the birds and what different things to look for. But for the most part, yeah, they're kind of guarding that area to help keep it as undisturbed as possible and talking to the public and, directing them towards our different websites where they can get more information.
DNR will be hosting that training session for anybody who wants to volunteer to be a beach nesting shorebird monitor here in Cape Henlopen State Park at the Officers Mess Hall located on Queens Road in Cape Henlopen State Park on Saturday from 10 a.m. until noon. I'm meteorologist Alex Seymour in Cape Henlopen State Park, Coast TV News.
Well, let's take a look at your golf forecast as you're lining up your putt. Remember, it's not going to be a great day. Not so good. We're looking for 55 for the high. Showers in the morning and showers in the afternoon, and yeah, showers in the early evening. So good luck.
AANHPI Amplified.
For 30 years, I've been fighting for Maryland.
The man with the guts to stand up to Biden, Robin Ficker.
Biden's let 7.2 million illegals into our country. That's more than all of Maryland. I'll stand with President Trump to secure the border, declare war on the cartels, and ban welfare for illegals.
Veteran, conservative fighter, Robin Ficker for Senate.
I'm Robin Ficker, and I approve this message.
Are you dreaming of the perfect outdoor space where you can relax and entertain? Look no further than Delmarva's most trusted partner, Spicer Brothers. We pride ourselves on superior craftsmanship and only use the finest materials to create beautiful, durable decks. From classic wooden decks to low-maintenance PVC materials, we have the perfect solution for you. And right now, get a free Green Mountain Grill with your new deck. Plus, enjoy 0% financing with no payments and no interest for 18 months. Spicer Brothers, turning homeowners' dreams into reality for over 20 years.
The day of the bridge collapse, my phone just started ringing. The ship struck the bridge. The Dolly was the last ship I was on. It was a punch in the gut. Losing lives is a tragedy, but losing our livelihoods was a disaster. It was a direct hit to longshoremen because if we don't have vessels, we do not have work. Your pay just stopped overnight. We're in trouble. I saw David Trone on the news.
We got to bring these dollars home.
Yes.
And we got to make sure that union labor builds this bridge. We got to keep thinking about those that have lost wages.
That's right.
Longshoremen are small businessmen. They still got mortgages to meet, food to put on the table. So we need an effort not to let that slip through the cracks.
1000%. To have an advocate speaking loud and speaking proud is David Trone for me.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
Storm season is here. Be prepared and follow these tips from Delaware Electric Cooperative. Make sure you and your family have a safe place to go in the event of a tornado or severe storm. Have an emergency kit stocked with enough food, water, and essentials for at least 3 days. And don't forget a flashlight, batteries, and weather radio. Finally, download the DEC Connect app on your mobile device to quickly report an outage. Weather can be unpredictable, but you can be prepared. Make sure you're ready when storms strike.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
Well, I would like to say this. Don't let a gray day ruin your whole day. Now, for those true golf addicts, you could probably get away with trying to get out on the greens, but it's going to be wet. You're going to be slipping and sliding all over the place. But we're not looking at heavy downpours, but steady moisture and steady rain and everything being just wet in general. That's the case. All right, so we're gray with our view, courtesy of our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Camera in Ocean City with the winds out of the east at 9 miles per hour. And we're going to stay in the low 50s. Not calling for rain for tonight, but a little bit of drizzle and some fog tonight. Yeah, that's within the realm of possibility. We have a small smidgen of a sprinkle right on the highway between Seaford and Millsboro. Other than that, we're staying pretty clear. Winds are still active along the Chesapeake Bay area for Hudson, Taylor's Island, Cambridge. Because of the small craft advisory, we're watching out for 20-mile-per-hour winds. And in tandem with the tide, we're looking at a coastal flood statement active for Dorchester because we're not looking at that much rain, so it's tied in with how the tides are moving through. We do have small craft advisory in effect along the shore as well, but that's expected to expire by 7 o'clock tonight, so we'll see if that continues to be a concern. High pressure and control of the weather to our north. We have very convoluted situation coming across the Tennessee Valley region, and it's this messy weather that's going to slide in our direction, and it's going to move like molasses. And because it's going to move so slow, it's going to stick around and cause us misery for an extended period of time. You see, we have long sleeves expected for tonight. It's going to have some fog for tonight, and a warm beverage, not a bad idea. So let's talk about this slow molasses kind of a system. So Saturday morning, we start off with temps in the 50s, and we start off with the first wave of rain at 11:30. That's going to be temperatures in the 50s. And then we'll see it back off and then come back into play by 7 o'clock. And then Sunday morning at 7 o'clock, we have another wave of rain that pushes through with the winds out of the southeast by lunchtime. And then by Sunday evening, a third wave is going to push through. Now, with all this rain, we're not expecting much in the way of accumulation. You see, by, let's say, 3:30 Sunday, we're only looking for about 1/10 of an inch of rain. And we have to wait until Tuesday till we accumulate over a half inch, between a half inch and 3/4 of an inch of rain. So not much in the way of rain, but it's just going to be present, okay? Even for the most southern portions of our viewing area. In the 50s with rain Saturday morning. Then we get a break by Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock. Then Sunday morning, 5:30, we see rain in Princess Anne and Salisbury, Willard, and all those areas. And then Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, another wave of rain begins to push through then. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration, the Home Remodeling Extended Forecast. Now, let me make this real clear. Pull out your rain gear and keep it out. And here's why. We're looking at rain for the next, basically, 7 days in a row.
New today, Milton Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Karen Falk has announced that she is stepping down. If you've been to the Bargains on the Broadkill or any of the events in town the last couple of years, she's played a huge role in organizing them. Falk began working with the Chamber in September 2022, but now she says she plans to spend more time with her family. Falk says she will still be helping the town and nonprofits with social media and promotional videos.
On School Lunch Hero Day, a special event took place at Lewis Elementary School, highlighting the school's partnership with the United States Department of Agriculture to promote healthy eating habits among students. The day was marked by a visit to the school's Healthy Foods for Healthy Kids garden, where students actively engaged in gardening and learning about nutrition. This hands-on experience emphasized the importance of nurturing healthy eating habits from a young age.
My favorite fruit is getting to go out there daily with a little bowl and collecting the strawberries off my plants, bringing them inside, washing them, and popping them in for a snack, and eating them for a snack. Because it's fun, you just go out there and pop them in your mouth.
Lewis Elementary is joined by 49 other Delaware schools who are also engaged in the garden program. Across the state, Healthy Foods for Healthy Kids nourishes over 21,000 students.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
With a week left in the regular season, Smyrna and Sussex Academy girls lacrosse are battling for a shot to play in the Henlopen Championship. Smyrna has won 4 straight and are in second in the Henlopen North. The Eagles have a tough schedule to end their regular season, including North leader Cape on Wednesday. On the flip side, Sussex Academy leads the South with a 9-3 record this season. Check out highlights on BSN's The Final Score at 10:30 p.m. To the NBA, the Knicks ended the Sixers season last night with a 118-115 win in Game 6. It was a thrilling first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs, with 5 games being decided by 7 points or less. And New York's Jalen Brunson scored 40 points or more in the last 3 games of the series. Game 1 of the conference semifinals between the Knicks and the Indiana Pacers is on Monday. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Get ready for 4 days of fun in the sun at SpringFest. Enjoy amazing food, live entertainment, unique artisan products, and more. With over 200 artisan vendors, local food, and enhanced selections of beer and wine, don't miss this free event located at the Ocean City Inlet from May 2nd through the 5th. SpringFest features 2 stages and more than 30 live performances, including headliners, The Olivia Show, a tribute to Olivia Newton-John, country music sensation Lauren Elena, and alternative rock band Everclear. Don't miss out. Get all the details at ococean.com/SpringFest.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Spring into savings at the car store. Upgrade your relationship with the open road with a quality pre-owned car priced to move with best in market pricing. It's out with the old and in with the newer. Spring into savings. TheCarStoreOnline.com.
Uneven concrete at your home or business? It's unsightly and unsafe. Call Morris Masonry, Delmarva's exclusive spray foam systems concrete leveling and masonry contractor. Morris injects safe polyurethane to slowly level the slab. It stabilizes the ground below, reducing erosion and settling. Leveling is half the cost of pouring new, and it's done in as little as 1 day. Call Morris Masonry for an expert analysis. No job is too big or too small. They'll fix your front step or even a shopping mall.
Or city sidewalks or a highway.
Every day, Washington politicians let the border crisis continue and do nothing. They fail the American people. Open border Democrats and status quo Republicans are both to blame. We need common sense leaders with the guts to get it done.
Typical D.C. politicians play politics instead of solving the problem. As governor, we fought sanctuary cities. Enough is enough. Secure the border immediately. I'm Larry Hogan, and I approve this message. In the Senate, I'll fight to keep our communities safe.
When there's work to be done or fun to be had, there's only one place to go to get the truck you need. The Truck Store. And top dollar for your trade and the Certified Advantage means you'll find the right truck right now. The Truck Store. MyTruckStoreOnline.com.
At Coastal Comfort, we know there's no place like home. That's why we're committed to ensuring total comfort for a totally happy home. As a premier Carrier factory authorized dealer, we're dedicated to providing reliable service and the best savings. Like now, through the end of May, with purchase of a qualified Carrier system, you can instantly receive up to $1,900 off. You could also qualify for up to $2,000 in federal tax credit. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Late Night with Seth Meyers. Late nights on CoastTV.
Our Irish Eyes camera showing us just how gray it will stay for the rest of the night, and temperature staying near the 50-degree mark. Small craft advisory is still active for us near Fairbank, Madison, Cornersville. By the way, if you want an update on your forecast, call our line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away, sponsored by Baird Mandalas, Brokstead, and Federico. Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. Here's the bottom line. We get with sprinkles on Saturday, scattered showers on Sunday, and then we get stormy conditions, good old-fashioned spring storms going into all of next week until we get a break next weekend from the deluge of downpours.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
We're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great night.